put this right here. Okay, cool. All right. Got the drinky drink, and we're gonna hear what appears to be an older gentleman. When I say older, I mean older than me. 38 is creeping up on me. Yeah. Oh, that shit is good. And we're gonna talk about, if you can't see the title, it's incels, TFL, incels versus normies. And by the way, guys, I want to take this opportunity. If you're watching, please, if you're watching, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button, hit that button to actually help me grow the channel. Hit that follow button, either if you're watching it on Twitch or Facebook. Hit that follow button. It'll really help me out a lot. But let's go.
I want to talk a little bit about the division of men. Yeah, you know, I've been fighting for division for years. Okay? But when it comes to the genders, let's just focus today on one gender. Men. That's right. I think that's actually a pretty good topic. Only because of the fact that, you know, men, when I really look around me and I see all the corruption, you know, I see the corruption from both sides.
Okay, this whole smacking shit, like, when you first hear it, oh my God. I don't even know if I smack, but, like, this shit is, oh God, this is fucking irritating. It's fucking irritating. But I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. If you know it's driving me insane. All right, but let's go.
For men and women, and how we treat each other. But the reason I've chose to focus on the men today is because, you know, in reality, when you open your eyes, you see that women have put men to shame. They really have. See, women have the ability to stand together.
Oh, wait, you're telling me that women are putting men to shame because they have the ability to stand together. I think I'm gonna need more alcohol. Let's continue.
Women don't throw each other under the bus. They're not constantly cutting each other down, assaulting each other, and attacking each other. Oh, sure, there's women that don't get along, and maybe the women will get into their cat fights when they're chasing the same guy, you know.
If you say anything other than that this is toxic masculinity, how men are told that they must compete and fight against other men to show their fucking dominance, then I think you've lost the whole message before you even continued. But we're gonna let him continue. Let's continue.
That 20%, the upper echelon, because they're both, you know, they're both chasing the same. I mean, that's a notorious problem, right? Then the women will have their conflicts, but overall, women look.
Okay. He just ran past the whole hypergamy fucking fallacy. And it is a fucking fallacy. There is not some fucking rule that 20%, like 80% of the women go after the 20% of the man. That's bullshit. Like, literally, if that was the case, I would never get a woman. Like, seriously. Like, I don't get it. It's just like, I don't get this whole thing, but, you know, let's continue. I'm going to let him gish gallop a little bit, right?
Out for women. Overall, women do stand together. And they will rise up together against something that affects them. Where men, on the other hand, nah. Men are so divided that it's disgusting. It really is. It's so disgusting, you know. And when I look at TFLers, MRA, men going their own way, love shy, okay, and there's many different forms and never many different names that's been given to the same problems. Okay, when you go across the globe and you look at the different names to men's issues, okay, you see many different names, incel, okay, have been given to the same issues, the same issue.
Oh, great. The same issues of toxic masculinity where men think that they should actually just get cooch thrown at them because they're men and women shouldn't have a choice and they should know their place. Is that the main issue? Toxic masculinity where guys feel that they shouldn't show feelings or emotions other than anger and rage. Something like that. Is that what it is? Is that the problem? Is it the problem that people like weak men like you who feel that they need to dominate in order to feel like they're big, strong men? Like, is that the issue? But let's continue. I don't know. Maybe that's the issue. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the whole, thing about maybe you should have a better personality kind of is it's an oversimplification of what's really going on, but maybe. I don't know. But let's continue.
The only difference in America between incel and TFL is true TFLers are only after one woman. They only want one woman. That would be their friend, their companion, their partner, companionship. They want the whole package. It's not about...
And I let that part play just for a little bit. So, I'm going to explain a couple of things. And be very honest when I say this. That's a... Let me pull this. Let me pull this. That is a horrible way to think and to do to women. It's bad. It's horrible. You should not expect for a woman to be your all friend, your all lover, your all companion in one package. You shouldn't. It's detrimental to your health and hers. And I did realize this. There we go. Oh, shit. There we go.
Getting laid. And incel guys, they tend to think with the head between their legs. And they think it's all about getting laid, getting laid, getting laid. Okay? That would be really the only difference. As far as the corruption, the male bashing goes, Hollywood is famous for male bashing. Sitcoms, commercials, movies, male bashing, male bashing, male bashing, male bashing. And men...
So, let's just address a few things, a few points. People have criticized me for not letting the people that I'm responding to rattle on for a little bit longer, which they don't realize that's the whole gish gallop, and to get you to buy into one part and keep you going until they quote unquote finish. It's just like, anyway, so yes, there are incels who actually believe that if they just get that one precious one, if they can get a lot of women, then they would actually feel more validated in who they are, and then they will be able to, rise up to be more of a man or some shit like that. I don't know. I'm not an incel, and I don't understand that whole thing about what they want, and I just don't. I'm being honest with you. I don't fucking understand it. But let's continue. The whole joke about there is man bashing in Hollywood. That's not a thing where it's someone is actively saying let's make men look like idiots. It's a thing in a sense where it worked for Roseanne, it worked for Married with Children, and it worked for Home Improvement, where you have this idiot who is fucking should be graceful and kiss the feet of the woman who decides to marry him. It's worked one time, and if one thing that we know, that yes, actors in Hollywood may be really socially liberal, but the owners in Hollywood aren't. They're just going with shit that worked in the past. It isn't. They don't believe that men are idiots. They don't believe that, there's bashing. No, they're just trying to chase the trend. It's almost as if that you see this industry that had made money doing one thing, and everybody try to chase that one thing. Wait, what am I doing right now? Playing video games? Oh shit, they doing it too. It's about people being risk averse. Not necessarily that they want to portray this image that men equal stupid. No, it's really a risk averse thing. They want to go with what they think makes money. That's why we have the fucking Marvel movies. Because they want to go with what they think that makes motherfucking money. That's why we're going to have fucking Star Wars movies once a year for the next 20,000 years. Well beyond the humans that are going to be here to actually watch them. Disney's going to have like 1,600 Star Wars movies. Because they're looking to try to fucking make money. And if you have a problem with this, welcome to my side, comrade. Let's take down capitalism. But let's continue.
Are famous for bashing themselves over the heads. Okay? And even in the men's communities that are supposedly fighting all these problems and speaking up, you watch this behavior. Men throwing men under the bus, jumping on each other, walking on each other's heads, okay, stomping each other, kicking each other while we're down, okay? And then, let's just look at incel for one. That's a really good one to look at. When you look at incel...
I'm about to say, that's like the whole incel MO, like, oh, you're nothing, you'll never, transcend out of being an incel, which is kind of fucking stupid because at one time or another, everybody is involuntary celibate. It's called like being single, but shit don't make sense because of reasons, right? But let's continue.
So you'll hear these incel guys talk about all the stuff that's happening to them and what's going on, and this person did this and this person did that to them. And then when you really watch the person who's complaining about what's happened to them, they're out there doing the very same thing onto somebody else. And so for all of you men out here that's supposed to be, we got all these issues, and could we ever stand together on the same issues and fight for the same goal? No, we couldn't. You know why? Because you're all messed up. You're all busy bashing each other. And then what's even more hypocritical about it, this is the insanity, we live in a psychopathic world. What's more insane about it is you have the audacity to complain about somebody doing something to you that's wrong, which...
I never thought that I would hear somebody actually say audacity worse than G-Man. Like, he just totally butchered this word. Like, fucking really. He just fucking butchered the word audacity. Like, really. Audacity. Like, I'm saying it more than once because... Oh, fuck. Let's continue.
You would have the right to complain about that and point that out if you wasn't doing it yourself. But for some reason, you think it's okay for you to do that behavior onto somebody else. You can attack that other guy. You can smash him. You can do this and this to him. But how dare anybody do that to me, huh?
I think if he was smashing another guy, his problems would probably be over. Huh? Huh? I see myself out.
This is called being a hypocrite. It's called being a nut job, a psychopath, okay? A narcissist. This is really what you witness going on. No wonder women have put you to shame. Look at your behaviors. And you know the real sad thing about TFLers and the so-called normies. And I want to call it the so-called normies. All the men out here in the 20% range, if that's the actual numbers, I don't
Dog, I'm not in the 20%. I am fucking not in the 20%. I'm not in the top or bottom 20%. Just be honest with you, I'm fucking awesome and handsome. Now, all jokes aside, we normies just want you guys to stop being fucking creeps and stop being. Just stop. Stop being these assholes to sit back and whine about how you're forced to be a better person in order to enjoy human company. Like, that's what this shit is really about. Motherfuckers are lonely. I mean, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, you know, people are more fucking lonely now than there is. That goes for everybody, not just TFLs or whatever the hell they call themselves. People are just more lonely. It's the way our society is actually going towards. You're not the only ones, dog. So stop being an asshole. Stop actually blaming us normies for this bullshit. And get your shit together. Fucking stand with us instead of against us. That's what we want. We want you to just fucking act like no one is out to fucking get you and make you specifically, you particularly, you in particularly lonely. We don't want that shit. God damn. Let's continue.
Concretely go with the numbers because the numbers are never concrete and straight across the board. It was a survey done throughout different communities and societies, you know, in society in different sectors of the United States and stuff like that and around the world. And surveys are surveys, man. They give you a rough estimate, but it's never accurate, okay? It's not 100% accurate. Okay, but the one thing that's for sure, we literally have thousands and thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of men across this world that are living TFL. There's no doubt about it. It's fact.
I would probably say there are millions of men that's living lonely lives. I will give you that shit right there. I would accept your premise for that fucking argument. You know how you fix that shit? You stop this whole competition and this whole, not in the way that you want it stopped. You stop this whole competition of trying to be the big motherfucking dog on campus and just try to reach out to people and try to be just a fucking better person and understand that people are there are women who are suffering true forced loneliness. There are. Women go through that shit, dog. But let's continue.
Okay? And you normies, okay? That's what they like to call you, the normies. Because you're that upper echelon, that tier them. You're the men that never experienced the problem. Never had the problem in your entire life. So the first thing you men do...
Alright, I'm about to rant a little bit. There was a time, I know, yes, that I was alone for an extended period of time. Was where shit, I was a teenager. And I had a real bad breakup with a girlfriend of mine who I was with for a long time. She even cheated on me. It's fucking heartbreaking. But I never blamed all women. It just wasn't a thing for me. It was never an excuse to say, aha, this one woman cheated on me and now I know all women are bullshit. That shit didn't happen. Hold on, let me bring it in. It was never a thing where I just said, oh wow, if for some reason I'm particularly aggrieved. And I was a nerd in high school. Like, quite literally. I was socially isolated, but it was never, in particularly was aggrieved. It just didn't make sense to me to actually feel that way. I don't get it. Everybody goes through some shit where they feel like they're lonely. This is something that happens to a myriad of both men and women. That's a true thing. But let's let this go.
Is you attack the guy that lies down. He speaks out, says what's going on. You don't look around you. You don't investigate what he's talking about to see if it's possibly really going on. You just immediately start hurling insults. So, you know, in your bravery, which attacking somebody when they're down is not brave, that's a coward. That is what a coward does. So for you so-called normies, you know, you cowards, unfortunately, that is the majority of the so-called normies. They're cowards. They really are. Because they love kicking people while they're down.
No, dog, I don't like kicking people while they're down. I've actually did a video where it's like, I've talked about somebody who literally had issues with finding a companion, and I was compassionate, and I stood up for this person because he genuinely had a hurt that was going on in his life. It's called being compassionate. But what do you want me to do? What do you expect me to do? Go out and get him a woman? Go out and stand online to force women to know their place to give him a true companion? No. Fuck that. Fuck that. I have a motherfucking daughter, and if somebody actually suggested that for me, and as non-violent as I am, I wouldn't necessarily be as patient and understanding if somebody tried to force my daughter to capitulate to some asshole's fucking demands. I don't have her to capitulate to my demands about, like, treating her like my fucking servant as a kid. And I'm the biggest asshole that there is. You think that I should expect anybody to fight for people who have other issues other than just being lonely? Let's continue.
That's right. Kick them when they're down. They're no better than the internet troll, you know, hiding behind their keyboard, you know, the real coward that won't let their face be seen because in real life they know they're a coward. Because they wouldn't do it to your face because they're a coward.
I don't know. I guess I'm not a coward, but I'm still kicking somebody while they down. Let's continue.
Lord. That's right. But the sad thing about this is it's absolutely sickening and disgusting because it doesn't matter what you so-called normies say. You didn't open your eyes and you didn't look. You hurled insults. You attacked a person who was down, which makes you lowlife. In my eyes and thousands of other men's eyes across this world, hundreds of thousands of them at that, who are living this, they would all say the same thing. And you would say the same thing, you normies would, if it was you that was down and somebody done onto you what you're doing onto them. You would be calling them a coward for kicking somebody while they were down. But somehow, once again, you think there's some God status on your corner that gives you the right to kick somebody when they're down when you don't have that right.
Dude, I can fucking judge you all the fuck that I want. And I'm getting tired of these people says, you can't fucking judge me. No, I can't fucking condemn you. I cannot say that you the lowest scum in the earth and you should never ever have a woman. I can't fucking condemn you. But I can damn sure fucking judge you. I can judge you until my motherfucking heart content. Oh, and I can even be a hypocrite while judging you. The fact is, I can't be a hypocrite and condemn you. I won't condemn you, but I will call you out on your fucked up ass attitude. I have the fucking right to, because it's a fucked up ass attitude. But let's continue.
So you're just as low as the person you call. You're no better than them. You're the exact same as them. Mm-hmm. You are the scum. And if you
see my point before, I am not saying that I'm better than these people that I fucking talk about. That's the last thing that I want to actually say, because I think, you know, that whole phrase of if not but for the grace of God, as much as I don't believe in religion, that I can be just like these fools if there were some different things in my life that didn't change. But the fact that a lot of these guys actually think that somebody is purposefully keeping a relationship from them is quite honestly bullshit. But let's continue.
You don't like me using that language or calling you the names, I really don't care. Because you've earned it.
Wait, didn't he just say that talking about somebody while they're down is tantamount to like kicking somebody when they're down, and talking about people is... What did I just say about hypocrisy? But let's continue, right?
Your behavior. Okay? Because you're kicking people that are already down. When you want to deny that TFL don't exist, you haven't opened your eyes. We literally...
Nobody is literally saying that you need to be lonely. No one is actually saying and actually making it where you're fucking lonely. No one is actually doing that. No one is forcing you to be lonely. What they are requiring of you is to be a better fucking person. No one is forcing you to be lonely. No one is actually saying that you have... No one is actually saying that you have to believe in the shit that is the way of life that people are fucking putting out there as this is what real men are. This is how real men act. No one is actually saying that. The only people that's saying that is you. But let's continue. Did I just lose my stream? The stream actually died for a while. Oh, wait, no it didn't. But let's continue.
We have thousands and thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of men across this world living it, all saying the exact same thing. You have a pickup artist industry. And if this problem didn't exist, there would be no such thing as a pickup artist industry.
Damn, we agree. We agree that the pickup artist industry is actually preying on men's insecurities and telling them to act this way so they can get the women. We agree on that, dog. What, that's not what you meant? Oh, wait.
They could not write the books or sell the seminars nor their books. That's right. If this wasn't real. If the problem didn't exist. And the numbers of men all saying the same thing by thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands across the globe, that screams. It screams it out loud that there's a problem. And when you take the whole picture and you put it together, you have men's rights activists that now are becoming feminist. Feminized men. Yeah, they're becoming women. That's what that...
No! No, 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 no. Fuck no. Hell the fuck no. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. I am calling motherfucking bullshit on this, because you fucking, oh my god, like really. Oh, she's a day mom, so I did pop her ass a couple of times. Okay, cool. No, dog, no, like no, fuck no. You don't get away with saying that shit. You don't get away with saying that shit because no, fuck no. You don't get away with saying that bullshit because that is straight up bullshit. Because you advocate for equal protection in practice under the law for women that you have for that men have, then you're feminized. That's not what you mean, dog. You mean that because men are showing more of their feelings, they're feminized. You mean because men are acting more, they're getting away from this stoicism, this false stoicism. Because that's never what stoicism was. That wasn't what stoicism was. Stoicism is being okay in despair and hoping for the best. Stoicism was if everything falls apart and breaks apart, learning to be okay with that. Stoicism is not this some bullshit ass idea of I'm gonna be a man, I'm gonna be strong. That's not what stoicism is. But fuck it. Let's continue.
That's what's going on with MRA. See, MRA has been taken over by females, and these females are turning these men into women as they take on the man's role.
I mean, like, are they transitioning? Like, I mean, like, I personally, I like, and watch for a hot take. I don't understand why people would transition, like, electively change parts of their body, but because I have white coat syndrome, like, I cringe on every procedure. Like, there are procedures that, like, I just can't do it, and that's just my thing. My phobia about elective surgery, like, Lord forbid I ever need to do one, but I cringe at shit like that. That's, you know, but if you want to change your body, cool. Just don't tell me about it because I cringe. Oh, he doesn't mean that they're transitioning? What does he mean? He means that they're fighting for everybody. The fuck? Wait, what? How do you I'm gonna need more alcohol. And yes, this is the same alcohol I had earlier.
As we flip the scripts. That's really what's going on. It's happening right in your face.
Okay, you too lame to say flip the script, dog. You too lame for it. I'm sorry. No, flip that motherfucker back over. No. You too lame to say flip the script. But let's continue.
And most of you can't even see it. Okay? But you know, I'm going to tell you something right now for all you so-called normies. Okay? When you tell a TFLer it's his own fault, he needs to man up, okay, when it's clearly not his fault. Yes, there are two definitions for TFLers because you have to have two definitions because there are actually a percentage of men that it is their own fault.
Wait, but if someone is actually, literally, there are... Alright, check this out. If they're taking the time to speak with you, they're not going to be telling you to man up. I'm not saying man up. And I'm literally taking the time to speak about this bullshit. Where having this video have I said man up? I say you need to change your motherfucking personality, which is fucking true. But nowhere have I said man up. That's not what this is about, dog. It is literally about your shitty ass attitude. And the attitude that a lot of these TFLers have. But let's continue.
For real. Okay, that's no lie, that's fact. But there's a high number of men that it's actually not their fault. They have done everything society has told them to do. They're not lazy. They're not mental. they're not low on self-esteem. You know where their self-esteem went? You stripped them of it. Because all of you normies want to say, no, you just got to have confidence and self-esteem.
I haven't stripped anybody of their self-esteem. I literally have not stripped anyone of their self-esteem. Oh, wow. Self-esteem. I haven't. Like, literally. I mean, like, I can. If you really want me to fucking hurt you, like, if you really want daddy to hurt you, daddy will hurt you. But I literally have not stripped anyone of their self-esteem. It's not worth it for me to strip anyone of their self-esteem. Because we get whiny little car videos like this and shit. Because your self-esteem hurt. But let's continue.
Well, you know, if you were climbing a ladder to get to your roof to fix something, and every time you got almost to the top, almost up to the top to get to where you can get on the roof, I tipped the ladder over, and you fell, and everybody stood around you and yelled at you and said it's your own fault, get back up and try again. And you got back up and tried again, and every time you got almost to your roof, we tipped it over. Another guy tipped it over, another guy tipped it over, another guy tipped it over, and this goes on for year after year after year.
First of all, getting in a relationship is not the same as climbing a motherfucking ladder. It's not. It's just not. Secondly, it's never somebody else tipping over the ladder. Most of the times, it's these motherfuckers themselves that are getting up to the ladder and saying, fuck this ladder, and kicking it over themselves. Like, seriously, they're literally coming up and saying, fuck this ladder. Why isn't it a ramp? And I'm just puzzled about the shit because a lot of these guys who say, well, they don't care about what's happened to men. People do, but if you're being openly antagonistic, my fault, it is a fucking problem, and nobody wants to fucking help you. No one is kicking the ladder out from beneath you. You're fucking doing it to yourself. Not because you have some lack of confidence. It is literally, in a lot of cases, you expect people to bend over and be your fucking servant with no fucking, you know, irony and all, to say that you supposed to serve me. And I'm sorry, that shit don't get you anywhere. But let's continue.
You might just be missing your self-esteem and confidence too. Because you can only abuse somebody for so long before you drive their self-esteem and their confidence out of them. Before you destroy them. The suicide rate amongst men is gigantic.
So this is like one of those things where it's, and I remember Bo of the Fifth Column actually talking about this. You're looking at the wrong fucking data set. So, and I'm going to tell the story a lot horrible than what he was telling it. So they were looking at helmets in World War II, in World War I. They was like, well, these helmets are causing a lot of, ringing in the ear and a lot of problems with, the fuck? What the fuck just happened? Helmets are actually causing a lot of problems where people are actually getting like concussions. And what they discovered is people are getting concussions because they're fucking surviving. You're looking at the wrong data set, dog. Women actually try to kill themselves more than men. They just survive better because they do shit like take pills. Men blow their brains out. That's what happens. And I'm sorry, this is what really happens when it comes down to it. It's not that there is a disproportion of men actually trying to commit suicide versus women, women are actually doing it more. Men are just more successful. But let's continue.
And nobody cares. That's really what it comes down to, is nobody cares. You know, recently there was a TFLer up on YouTube who committed suicide. It's only been a few weeks ago. You know?
No, I didn't look this up, but it's actually pretty disturbing when you think about it. Like, yeah, no, if you're fucking hurting, no, nobody wants, like, this is what makes it so fucking sad. A lot of these guys, are just so fucking horrible, are horrible people, that they just sit back and they want to say that everybody is making it hard for them to actually get a relationship, when that's just not the case. No one wants to sit back and make it hard for you to get a relationship. No one is actually sitting back and saying, let's make these men lonely forever. No one is forcing that bullshit. But do you actually think that somebody is actually forcing you to be alone? That shows great hubris to... That shows great hubris to the fact that you think that you're better. You're better than somebody, that you don't deserve to be alone. That is horrible ass thinking. But, you know, let's continue. Wait, just doing one thing. Alright, cool. Let's upload it. I was trying to make sure that I had that video uploaded. And I'm going to actually release it a little bit later on today. But let's continue.
And under the video that was telling about this TFL who committed suicide, you had comments from the so-called normies saying society's better off without them. They was nothing but a loser to begin with. They had bad genes. The gene pool.
That sounds like that sounds exactly how a fucking incel would actually talk about this shit. That doesn't sound like a normie. Bad gene pool or shit like that. Like, literally, that sounds how a fucking incel would actually talk. And I'm sorry, like, I'm sorry. I would never say that somebody has a bad gene. I would actually say that they have a bad mentality. I would actually say that they have a bad mentality. But they have bad genes? That's not how this works, dog. But let's let this man continue.
You so-called normies showed up under that video and you started hurling insults. You started hipping and hurraying over a man killing himself. And you know what? It's not the first time I've seen that happen. There was a man named Tony Powell.
Like, this seems like more incel behavior than quote-unquote normie behavior. Like, for real. Like, this seems like the shit that incels would actually do before what a normie would do. I could be wrong with this, but I think he's talking out of his ass. But let's continue.
Anthony Powell. Tony Anthony Powell. This has been several years ago. Who is also TFL and an atheist. And he done videos speaking out on atheism, you know, speaking out. And he was to a point, and I literally seen the video and watched it and read the comments under it, where he talked about taking a shotgun, going out in the woods close by where he lived, and blowing the top of his head off. Because he didn't feel like living anymore. He was so tired of being alone. So tired of being rejected. So tired of it. Just so sick and tired of being rejected. Done everything that he was ever told to do in society. Got advice from friends. bought PUA pickup artist shit. He did the whole 9 yards. He did it all.
And maybe that was the problem. Pickup artist bullshit is just that. Bullshit. It actually advocates for you tricking or cajoling somebody to be like to sleep with you. Like, no, that's not how this works. That's not how it helps you to actually be. Like, no, that shit doesn't work well. Like, this shit just doesn't work out well. Pickup artist shit is bullshit. Actively so. And for you to actually think that is the best way to actually get a woman, no, that's not how this works, dog. But let's continue.
And, well, lo and behold, before, people come up under the video, here comes the normies again. Yep. Telling him, do it, rooting him on. That's right. Rooting him on, go out there and kill yourself. You're a loser anyhow. You're no good for society. This is what was going on under that video. Made me sick to see your behavior. Okay? Then, yep, Adrian McGow come along. That's right. And he hadn't killed himself yet. And here comes this female, Adrian McGow. And she gave him hope. She led him on. She played the game. It was awesome, yes. She was...
Wait. Because she wanted to actually be with the man, she played the game? This is dangerous shit. This is some shit where it's just like, no matter what you do for these guys, then you're obviously lying, because there's no real reason why a woman would want to be with me, even though I'm looking to be with the woman. That's like, for real? Like, for real. That's what we're going to be on. But let's continue.
Having fun with it. She played the game. And he fell for it. He believed her. He came up on video and he was so happy. He was so happy that he'd finally met a woman that gave him the time of day and didn't reject him. A couple of weeks later, it turns out she played him. She was never serious. She had fun playing with him. She hurt him. She dumped him because she was never serious, because it never went nowhere.
Wait, shut the fuck up. Because this shit right here is dangerous. Not only should she have not talking to him, because, talking to him is playing with his emotions. Okay. But when she did start talking to him, she gave him false fucking hope. Do you even hear yourself? Do you hear yourself in what you're advocating for? So it was her fault when he actually talked to her. And when she talked to him. And it was her fault that after a few weeks, it didn't go anywhere. So it's her fault that he ended up hurting himself. It's her fault. Maybe he had some undiagnosed mental issues. But let's continue.
It was all a game. That's right, it was a game. She had fun with it. Because she got her power trip. She got to hurt another guy. Yep, made her feel big, right? Unfortunately, the outcome wasn't very good. Because instead of going out in the woods and killing himself like he said he was going to, hell, he did kill himself. Yeah, he did. But not before he killed her. He went to the university or the college that they were attending, walked in there with a gun, knowing full well she was there, knowing her routine, walked in the room she was in, pointed the gun at her, and blew her away. Turned the gun around before anybody could do anything, and blew himself away. That's exactly what he done. Tragedies like this should never...
But it's her fault. I'm confused. It's her fault that that happened? It's literally her fault that somebody who obviously had mental issues killed himself because she talked to him and she actively didn't want to pursue a relationship with him. It's her fault. Damn, talk about blaming the motherfucking victim, right? But let's continue.
Never have to happen. But when we have men throwing men under the bus, men who clearly don't care about other men, you know, and then we have, and of course, this is whenever I talk about a topic, whether it's men or women, I'm not directing it at every single man and I'm not directing it at every single woman. And you need to understand that. I'll say it again. I've said it hundreds of times over the years, but people always seem to forget it or leave that part out, or I don't remind them in every single video. They'll just start making assumptions for me, okay? So, understand that. But we have some women out here who their entertainment is watching guys beat each other.
So how do we help you? You haven't said how are we supposed to help you? You keep saying, well, you're not helping us. How are we supposed to help you? What help would you like? Really, what help would you like? Let's continue.
Slam each other. That's right. Attack each other. And this is no lie. This is fact. And since men are so desperate...
And there are men who like to watch women hurt each other and compete over each other and talk down on each other. Shit. You ever think why the lingerie bowl is a fucking thing? Literally. It is a thing that fucking happens. Finally kicked their ass. Bitch. But let's continue.
To impress the female. That's right. So desperate to impress that female. Men will do anything to impress that female, including throwing each other under the bus, walking on each other's face, cutting each other down, attacking each other. Meanwhile, women...
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. I had fucking got some ribs earlier today, and I did oven baked them, so they turned out pretty fucking tender. But let's hear him talk.
Ain't doing this to their gender. No. So their gender stands together and puts you men to shame. So, once again, it comes back to this. For you so-called normies, when you tell somebody it's your own fault, I got a surprise for you. I got a news flash for you. Okay? So it's their own fault. So hundreds of thousands of men, it's their own fault, huh? You know what I'd like to see happen to you? I'd like to see you, maybe you're not good with plumbing. Maybe you don't know a thing about plumbing, right? Maybe a spring of water leak that's flooding your house. You know what would be awesome? Is if you called every plumber in your area, and they all done onto you what you're doing onto the TFL. They all tell you it's your own fault to man up. If you man up and get some confidence, that leak will stop leaking.
Dude, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. One, you're talking about things that literally everybody who is saying that y'all need to change your fucking behavior is literally saying that it's your behavior, motherfucker. That's all that they're saying. It's your behavior that's causing you to have these motherfucking issues. Because you're fucking acting like somebody owes you fucking companionship. No one does. No one does. No one owes you motherfucking companionship. Thank you. No one owes you to actually be your girlfriend, your wife, your lover, your fuck toy. Like, nobody owes that shit to you. And the fact that you want to sit back here and say that they do, and other people should be uniquely aware of your problems, it's not the same thing as springing a leak. I'm sorry. Let's continue.
Maybe that leak is a big leak. Maybe it's flooding your house. Wouldn't that be awesome? If every plumber you called from miles all around you all said the same thing to you that you're saying to these TFLers. Maybe they'll tell you, when you stop being a woman hater, the leak will go away.
Now we're getting into it. Like, for real? Maybe when you do stop being a woman hater, and woman hate is just like a euphemism for saying expecting women to bow down at your feet. Yeah, maybe you would be okay. Maybe if, fucking awesome. Maybe if you stop acting like someone owes you something. That's like me calling a plumber and saying, no, you better fix this right now, and I'm not going to pay you shit because you did. I deserve you to fix my shit. That'd be the difference. What you're talking about is basically trying to buy a prostitute. Which I am okay with people buying prostitutes. But just understand that's their motherfucking job. We don't have unless you're paying for the girlfriend experience, they don't have a requirement to be your girlfriend. And even then, you should still treat them with respect if you're only paying for sex. But who am I to talk? I just have a respect for women and people all in general. But let's continue.
I know that's insanity for me to say something like that, but you know what? Anymore, it really is like you're going to have to experience what you dish before you'll get it, huh? Before you'll actually get it, you have to experience it. It's pathetic. It really is pathetic.
There are a lot of people who experience loneliness. We all do. I don't know. Let's continue.
Well, you can't back up and think long enough to realize Maybe there's something legit going on here. Hundreds of thousands of men are saying the same thing. They have an industry that's making thousands and thousands of dollars a year off of their seminars and books.
Okay. Mind you, there is an industry that's making millions and billions of dollars a year off of women's insecurities. You're not talking about that, dog. You're talking about pickup artists. That shit, pickup artistry is bullshit. It's stemming from the same place of, well, women don't like you because they're too stupid to understand that you're great. That's not the thing. Like, that's not how this shit works, dog. Having a relationship with somebody isn't about tricking them to actually get them in bed. And I'll be glad when a lot of these guys actually fucking understand that. That's not what this is. But let's continue.
How would that be? How would they be selling something and making all this money if there wasn't an issue? But you don't want to take the time to do that. No. It's more fun or attacking them, isn't it? It's awesome attacking them, isn't it? No, it's not. It makes you part of the problem. It can...
So how do we fix this shit? You keep saying it's a problem, it's a problem, it's a problem. How do we fix this shit? What fix do you want us to do to help you where you're no longer true forced lonely? Fall off the bone tender, right? Fuck. Let's continue.
Confirms that you don't have no care for anybody but yourself or female. And then the females, well, they're not having a hard time making you look like a disgrace. They don't have to do anything to outdo you, to make you men look like a complete disgrace, okay? To put you to shame. They didn't have to lift a finger to put men to shame.
You're right. They don't, because they're not putting me to shame. I quite literally, how am I being put to shame? Like, because, and this is the thing that gets me. A lot of these guys sit back and say, well, they're putting men to shame and they're treating men like some trained puppy. Usually that's the same guys who don't want to change how they treat people. You don't necessarily have to change who you are, but you do have to change how you treat people. But, oh, you're just performing. Oh, you're the blue pill. You're being the white knight. Quite frankly, I don't know. The only behaviors that I have when I'm pursuing a woman are just like human decency and shit that I would want for myself. I don't know. But let's continue.
Because men are putting their own selves to shame with their own behavior. And that's, really the gist of it. So you might want to really think about what I'm telling you here. See, when you tell me, I've been told this thousands and thousands of times, literally have. And the times I've been doing videos, and if it ain't thousands, it's hundreds. I've been told this so many times that it's so old. But it is an attack. I don't care what you say. It's an attack. When you tell a TFLer it's their own fault, they have mental issues, that's right. That's right.
But people have mental issues. Mental health things actually cause a lot more problems in our society, in our world, and people want to give credit for because of the false stoicism that they fucking have. I mean, like, really? Really? I just don't get it. It's like, and then let's not talk about how a lot of these guys get banned off of public forums because they promote violence or they celebrate violence because the bitches got what they deserve. You even said it in this fucking video. Like, no. That's not what healthy people do. And that's not an attack. That's a recognition that maybe you need to see somebody. But let's continue.
Right? Oh, they're a woman hater. You're attacking them. If you say, well, it's because they're angry and bitter. Well, you know what? If it was happening to you, you'd be angry and bitter too.
My spouse literally cheated on me. I never blamed all women. I never said, shit. I never blamed all men because she cheated with a guy. It's literally those people that you're interacting with. And if you're having a problem with working in the constraints of society where no one wants to be around you, maybe the problem is you, not society. And that's not an attack. That's just saying that maybe some things you need to change inside of your life. But let's continue.
If you spent the next 10 years trying to climb that ladder up to your roof with 500 guys surrounding you and 250, 300, 400 women standing there watching, and everybody's watching you climb up to your roof on the ladder, and every time you got almost to your roof, somebody pushed the ladder over, and every time you got close to your roof, they pushed it over.
But the problem with that is most of the time it's the incels who are pushing it over themselves by being creepy, by being fuck. I'm annoying to people that I fucking try to date or try to have a relationship with. But I never make it seem like it's their fault. No, cool, I'm annoying. Hey, if you need me to back off, I will do that. Because I'm just a lovable motherfucker. They're like, no, it's cool. Like, no. If you need some space, let me the fuck know. It is not your responsibility to make sure that I'm happy pursuing whatever we have. And the moment you actually act like it's somebody else's responsibility for you to be fucking better, so you can actually relate to them, that's when you run into the problem. That's why you kick the ladder out yourself. Now, if you want to talk about like somebody actually protecting a woman from your bullshit, well, fuck that. Yeah, you got damn right. If it's a friend, even if it's enemies that I see that somebody is fucking being an asshole to them, just because, then I'm gonna stand up for them. I may do it slowly, make sure that they not hurt too bad, but you know, enemies are enemies, right? Let's continue.
Somebody kept pushing it over and pushing it over, and after they pushed it over, everybody screamed at you, man up, man up, man up, get up and go back up the ladder, get up and go back up the ladder. And this kept happening to you over and over, year after year. You'd be angry too. You'd
be right back, guys. Alright, here I come, guys. Here I come. Alright, sorry about that. Sorry, I had to get some water. You know, because I'm fucking drinking lemonade. Let's continue.
Be bitter, hateful, and angry yourself. See, men have a right to be angry at women when they're rejected in 1 to 5 seconds. And for you men who want to say,
wait, what? You're not rejected in 1 to 5 seconds. Like, who is doing that shit? What woman you know is rejecting you in 1 to 5 seconds? Like, and would you really want to pursue that particular woman? That they're rejecting you in 1 to 5 seconds? Oh, my ass is grass on this one. I don't think I'm gonna make this one. But let's continue.
That's the woman you want, because I've heard that so many times over the years. You know, it's not like it's the first time I've ever heard this stuff. I have had this said to me so many times, and it's a joke. It is literally a joke, because they clearly don't understand what they're saying. Oh, they think they know. Yep, they have convinced them.
Okay, please tell me what I'm saying. How do I help you? How do I help you? Like, for real? Like, for real. Like, please tell me how do I help you? If it's not the woman that you choosing that's rejecting you in the first 1 to 5 seconds, how may I help you?
Themselves they know. Here's what happens to the TFL that takes their advice. Because it's already happened to a whole shitload of TFLers that took that guy's advice and said that's the one they want, and so they pursued that woman after she said no. And then she got her white knight friends, male friends, that beat the living shit out of him.
Oh, wait. So, hold the fucking phone. You totally kind of misrepresented what they are actually saying. They weren't saying that that's the one you want, so you should actually go after her. No, they were saying that, you know, maybe who you're choosing for the wrong reasons. That's what they were saying, dog. And the fact that, and I've said it in this video, no less than like, what, 10 minutes stream time? If you going after somebody that, man, I'm not gonna fucking pick that one. If you're going after somebody, my friend, somebody who I fucking understand, somebody that I am going to like protect, you goddamn right that I'm gonna actually go and protect my friend. It's not about being a fucking white knight. It's about fucking human decency. Like, I don't.
Because he took no as pursue. And when she said no, she meant it. Okay? And then there's the percentage of, well, the police are called.
Like, yeah, of course. No means no. Like, and like, I'm tired of the joke about if it was a gay dude that was pursuing these guys and he said no, if the gay dude kept pursuing them, they wouldn't like it. But it's a reason why that's a trope. It's a reason why that's true. Not because they want to denigrate like other people, but it's just like, it's trying to teach you fucking compassion. And if you don't understand that part of compassion, we can't have a discussion. But let's continue.
They're in trouble with the law for harassing her. So a restraining order went on him because he was harassing her. And I know you're going to say, well, no, that's not what happens. Yes, that is what happens. It shows how much you pay attention to what your advice is. You didn't pay attention to what your advice is. You didn't pay attention to what was going on in society whatsoever when it came to this area. because you've never walked it, because you've never lived it, and you don't care about it, you don't look into it. That's to the normies. You automatically assume and think you know what you...
Hi, this is Crimson, and I have been alone not without choice. Has it been years? Fuck no. I would actively change my personality before I actually allow for myself to be alone for years. The fuck? Okay, yeah, that's the thing. I would actively change my personality before I let myself be alone for years, because at that point it would be because me. Like, seriously, it would literally be because me. I would have that mentality that, hey, if so many people don't want to fucking be around me, maybe it's because me. But, you know, yeah. Yeah. I don't get it. No, but let's continue.
You don't know. And your assumptions are totally wrong. And when these people take your advice, they just furtherly get in more trouble listening to you. And it goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on. The only thing I can say is this. Women have made men look like complete fools. Complete dumbasses. And men, you have yourselves to blame for it. Not the women. Yourselves. TFLers
We would agree
do
on
blame
that.
women in society. How would they not? Because after all, it's the women that are rejecting them.
Wait, didn't you say that you're not a man? You're not a woman hater? Like, literally, you just said that. It, like, what, 3 minutes into this video? That you're not a woman hater. It's not about being a woman hater. But then you say we blame women because women are causing the problems. That sounds like a little misogyny to me. Just a little, you know. It's almost as if you blame women for having fucking standards. I know I have standards, and I would suggest that you may have standards as well. I don't know. Let's continue.
And they are rejected. Time in and time out, time in and time out. Woman after woman after woman after woman after woman after woman after woman, year after year after year after year after year. They're getting older, they're getting older, they're getting older, they're getting older. And then there's George Sidini.
I mean, like, we know he's talking about himself as a TFLer. Like, seriously, we know that. And I'm like, but you look like 55, maybe 60, dog. And I'm sorry, like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. It's like, yes, maybe this is just me being Chad or a normie. I don't fucking get it, because here I am. Here I am struggling. Not really struggling, but here I am. Actively trying to pursue relationships with women to some mixed success. But it's never me saying like it's a woman's fault. No, I'm actually being quite selective of who I choose to spend my time with. I make it abundantly clear. If I choose to spend my time with a woman, it means that I like them. And it's my choice if I want to continue to take that long of a time to try to get to know someone or not. It's not making sense to me because everyone, there are people who are single. And I think you actually get what his real problem is. Not like he said it, oh, well, yeah. Um, they're thinking about the head between their legs, and it's just like, if it meant that much to actually get a relationship where someone would be accepting of you, then it wouldn't matter in what form it is. It wouldn't matter if that companionship. You just have a companion. Whether it's a woman or not. But it's really about sex with you. That's all it's about. It's about sex and having someone placate to your overinflated sense of self-importance where you deserve to have somebody. And anybody who makes fun of you not having someone, well, they're attacking you. That, and by definition, is a fucking issue. But let's continue.
That was quite real. That wasn't a psyop. That wasn't phony news. That was actually legit. But the media and society, they did what they always do. They hauled ass and pulled his blogs. So people couldn't read what he wrote. Luckily for me, I hauled ass and downloaded it. Then I watched CNN and ABC and CBS report what George Sidini done and read quotes off his blogs. I'm looking at the blogs I hurry up and downloaded, I hurry up and captured. I'm reading what his words was, and I'm looking at what they're putting on TV, what they're telling the public, and they flipped his words. They flipped his words. He couldn't stand up and say, that's not what I said, because he was dead. And we don't need more George Sidinis.
I think he's talking about the guy who went and shot up a yoga studio. He was an older guy, and he was a MGTOW, incel, whatever the fuck they want to call themselves. And he, again, blamed women for him being lonely. And he had mental fucking issues. Like, literally, they said it was reported that he had mental issues. But, of course, fake news, right? Of course, no one can actually be sick and be causing this issue because everybody just want to dog on these guys. No, some of these people have fucking mental health issues. And I'm sorry if you get upset about that, if you think it's an attack. But it is true. Old great Saint Eliot had literally been seeing a counselor for his motherfucking life. Well, half his life. Manassian in Toronto. He literally had mental fucking issues. These are not well people. And yes, maybe we need to change society to actually make sure that people are more inclusive. Make sure that society is saying that, hey, these people are fucking hurting. Why don't we help them? I'm all for it. If you want to actually believe that, welcome Conrad. But for you to say that somebody actually talking about these issues in a way other than make women touch my pee-pee, then you're disingenuous, genuine at best, deceptive at worst. Like, oh my god, like this shit, I don't fucking get it. I don't fucking get these people who sit back and actually say that, oh, society, poor little me, I can't be in a position where women have to fucking date me anymore because now they have choice. How about this? How about you live in a society where because of the freaking color of your skin, people think that you're fucking dangerous? Let's have that discussion. Let's address that fucking issue. Oh, you don't want to address that? You want to address the fact that just because you walk outside sometimes you're seen as a fucking threat? You don't want to address that issue? How about this? Let's address this issue. Because so many people have to work so fucking much. We're so disconnected from each other that we actually are put in positions where we think that we need to compete with each other to get the relationships that we all need as human beings. But no, that's not a problem. It's because women have a choice and they're making men laugh at each other. The fuck out of here. You sound like a star-native food, to borrow the line from somebody else that I watch. But let's continue.
He was the guy that was so tired of being alone, he told himself, I'm not turning 50 and still going to be alone. He walked into a gym, a physic place, where women frequented. He opened fire and shot and killed 2 women, and killed himself. And why did he do that? Because it's the female gender who rejected him his entire life.
Again, that is women hating. I'm sorry, I'm about to say it sounds like women hating. No, that is women hating. That's actually you saying that you hate women because they reject you. That's not cool, dog. That is not cool. It isn't. It isn't. It isn't. It is just not cool. And you wonder why women walk the other fucking way within 1 to 5 seconds of meeting you. Because I almost guarantee you're spouting this bullshit around as if, you deserve to have them. Fuck out of here. Fuck you. Let's continue.
George Sedini actually went to PUA seminars. George Sedini was actually a very successful man, had a very high-paying career, owned his own home, had everything that anybody could ever want, and was rejected.
Okay, so let's have a conversation. There was recently a CEO of a hiring company whose job it was to actually go and interview people for staffing. He felt alone. You know what he did? Instead of going to a gym where people rejected him, he went to a fucking meetup group and he talked to people. And you know what he found out? There are people who are alone that just like him. Fucking meetup.com literally has meetup groups to meet up and do the shit that you like, some of the shit that you would like to do, a lot of different shit that you like to do, and we'll leave it at that. It's not just lonely men that are having issues. And I'll be glad when these people actually stop believing that or saying that, oh no, they just want to hurt men's feelings. No, that's not the thing. But let's continue.
Men in time out by females. So, and the anger just built up. He told himself, I'm not turning 50 and still be alone. I was denied a life. And I understand how they feel. Some of these guys, they get out of high school and they just want to meet a female. They only want one female. They'd like to have a family, have their own children, a wife, and be like everybody else. You go through life as a TFLer, and what you see is every girl seems to have a guy in their arm. You watch TV and there's always a guy and a girl, always a guy and a
TV is not representative of life. Yes, sometimes art mimics life, but it's not representative of how the world really works. And I'm sorry, shit. I mean, I could have been... Man, no, because I still had female friends. I could have been like these guys, but I learned fucking compassion. There is something to being compassionate for other people's plights or issues. And I don't think these guys ever understood that. They so concerned about me. And any attack on what I perceive to be as justice, or any rebuke of how I am, is an attack on me. And it's just like, dude, this victim mentality bullshit and this whole expectation that, hey, I should have my 1.5 or 2.5 kids. And it's just like, it's not like that in real life. Sorry, shit happens. But let's continue.
A girl, always got a girl. You go to the mall, there's always a husband and wife and kids. Everywhere you go, there's a girl and a guy, a girl and a guy, a girl and a guy, a girl and a guy.
Then you haven't been out most places, because there's also girls and girls, guys and guys, a guy and girls, or one girl and multiple guys. Like, it's just a thing. Like, maybe you live in some small town where people are so repressed that they can't actually come out to the way that they want to actually act. But like, I don't see the bullshit that he's talking about. I don't understand it. It's just like this whole belief that you should have this white picket fence. That shit doesn't happen all the time. And we know what it really is. They want to fuck on easy mode. That's all this shit is. They want to fuck on easy mode. They don't want to try to actually be a person that somebody wants to be around. Shit. Do I try to be a person that somebody wants to be around? I don't know. I guess I do, but you know. No, I don't try. I'm sorry. Just compassion for people. It's not even a compassion comes naturally from me. It's just, I think, like, I don't want to be a shit lord. So maybe if I treat people right, they would, you know, like me. Let's continue, right?
And then you do what everybody tells you to do. You clean up, you go out, you're polite, you're nice, you get a job, you be yourself. And you're rejected. Over and over and over in 1 to 5 seconds. In 1 to 5 seconds.
Just 1 to 5 seconds. Like, dude, No. I've never been rejected within 1 to 5 seconds. This never a thing with me. I've never been rejected in 1 to 5 seconds. It's not a thing, right? And if you don't have a personality, of course you're not going to be seen as somebody who's valuable to get in a relationship with. That's just a thing, dog. But let's continue.
In 1 to 5 seconds, and it don't quit. It don't stop. It goes on and on and on and on, year after year after year after year. And then all the normies come along and they continuously bash you and bash you and bash you and bash you. And now we have hundreds of thousands of men going through it, and we still have thousands of normies doing the same bullshit.
I mean, like, his scale of shit is just totally fucked up. Maybe that's just me, but it just seems like his scale is just so fucked up. Because it's millions of people that are lonely. It's millions of people that are lonely. And for him to actually not understand that, I don't know. Let's continue, though.
I don't know what to tell you other than this is quite real. It's in your face. And if you can't see it, it's not my problem. Because you're not opening your eyes, or because you just plainly don't care. That's not my problem. But I'll tell you this. When you attack me, or you attack another TFLer, because that's what you're doing. When you tell them it's their own fault, and you haven't walked in their shoes, you haven't questioned them about what they've done. When you tell them it's not your fault, they can't get laid, well, that just shows you don't know what TFL is. You don't know what they're going through, because the majority of true TFLers don't want to get laid.
than get in a relationship with a close male friend. Like, for real. Like, if that is about not having sex, why don't you actually associate with someone who you aren't sexually attracted to? Like, for real. Like, that's the clearest fucking day about it. If it's not about sexual relationship, if it's about just companionship, have a relationship with someone who you're not sexually attracted to, but they can fulfill your need for companionship. Good luck with that. Good fucking luck with that. Because here's the thing. I get it. It's about being lonely, and you want to have noble reasons of why you should actually, why it's not really your fault. But stop with the bullshit. It's not about how no one is giving you the love that you need. It is about fucking. Because if it wasn't about fucking, you wouldn't give a fuck who this companionship comes from. Let's be fucking honest. Let's be fucking honest. I mean, like, I hate to be that guy, but we know the motherfucking truth. It's about sex. It's about how you feel that you need to be a man by having a sexual partner. Adopt a kid. Go adopt a dog. Like, if it's really about companionship, get you a companion that you don't want to have sex with. Oh, no, it's not about that. It's about getting your penis wet. Although you may be too old to kind of get it up. Okay, I had to make one joke about him being old. I had to. I'm sorry. And as I said before, it is really about you. You feel attacked when people say maybe you need to change your personality. But let's continue.
That comes in last. Sure, they want sex, but that's not first on their list. That's last. Okay? You know, the majority of TFLers just don't want that one woman. That's it. That one woman. And you're telling them all this shit without ever walking in their shoes and not knowing what they're doing because you made these assumptions based on you never living it. And you tell them they're a woman hater or they have mental issues. That's an assault. That's an attack.
But how do we help you? Like, literally, how do we help you? How do we fix this fucking problem? I'm a utilitarian. How do we fix this problem for you? What fix would you like for this motherfucking problem? Like, what fix? What fix can we give you that will make you feel like somebody is listening to you, somebody understands your issues? What fix that we can provide for you? Because I'm not hearing it. I'm hearing you're attacking us, you're attacking us, you're attacking us. But I'm not hearing a request to fix a problem. By your own definition, if a woman talks to you, there's a problem. If a woman doesn't talk to you, it's a problem. If she talks to you and doesn't like the way that things are going, it's a problem. If she talks to you and she's playing a game to try to hurt you, how do you fix the fucking problem? Again, you want to sound more noble than what it is. It's about getting your penis wet. Come on, guy. We know what it's about. Well, let's continue.
And when you attack, and you get attacked back, I don't want to hear any whining or crying out your mouth. Because you're the one that attacked first. Because if somebody told you you had mental issues, you as a woman hater, you would become offended by that too. And when it's told you over and over and over again, I'm sorry, that's an attack. Okay? You don't like it? Oh, well. Maybe you should really think about it.
Oh, I can do it too. I can fucking do it too. If you don't like it that we're telling you that you have mental issues, oh well, deal with it. Dude, you have mental issues. It's okay to actually have mental issues. It's called being a fucking human. I don't know what else to tell you. But let's continue.
About what you're saying to somebody, huh? Maybe you should open your eyes and look even though you don't want to look, right? Just because you haven't lived it doesn't mean it don't exist. And when you have as many people crying out saying the same thing as you do, For you to still be denying that, I'm sorry. It's clear and in your face that you are part of the problem. Because you, I mean, you know, and you know, Warren said something that's so true. It is, it really is. How the so-called awake people, they're talking about New World Order and what their government's doing and everything that's planned. The majority of the awake people are half-awake people.
Damn, this went to it. This was the way it was going, and this is a whole little, you thought I was going to say left, right turn all the way around to like, well, yeah, New World and all this other good bullshit. Like, okay. Like, yeah, dog, that's not where it's going to go here. But let's continue. Got 5 minutes left for
They
this
really
video.
are. Regardless of how intelligent they are, how smart they are, they're half-awake people. And why do I say they're half-awake? Because half the problem they completely ignore. Or they're responsible for helping keeping it going. Because they just don't care. They don't want to know anything about the other problem. Because it pisses them off. It fires them up. It's very personal. It's very emotional. So therefore we turn our back and we look the other way. And we allow it to keep going on. And because of this behavior, it's grown to this gigantic epidemic. One day you...
How do we fix the fucking problem? I've listened to 34 minutes of a 37 fucking video. And I keep hearing, don't attack us, don't attack us. You're not trying to help. You're not trying to help. How do we fucking help them? Like, for real. Like, what fixes the problem? What fixes the problem? Please tell me what fixes the problem. Besides getting you a prostitute or a live-in sex slave. And yes, when I say live-in sex slave, because they want somebody to question that doesn't question them at all, to be their willing or unwilling participant in their whole "I deserve this" fantasy. So yeah, what fucking problem? How do we fix this fucking problem for you? Because I'm not hearing this shit. I'm hearing bitch whine and complain about the fact that, oh, woe is me, I'm alone and I feel attacked because reasons. How do we fix this fucking problem for you so you stop whining about it and acting like a fucking adult, other than some whiny snot-nosed little kid that whines about something is wrong with them and they can't express what's wrong with them or how to fucking fix the problem. I'm not your motherfucking mind reader. But let's continue.
You won't be able to turn your back and look the other way. Because one day it may just very well get so bad that you'll be the guy walking down the street with the girl and you'll get gunned down. You'll say, why did you get gunned down? Because thousands and thousands and thousands of men recognize you. You were one of them people that never lived it, that was busy hurling insults out your mouth.
Again, blaming the fucking victim for the fact that somebody felt us sad. And I don't mean that in a sense that I'm belittling feeling us sad, but quite literally, it's because somebody felt us sad, so much so that they felt that it was a world's problem, without asking the world of how to fucking fix it. And no, we're not giving our daughters, our sisters, our mothers away to these shitholes. These shitheads, huh? The alcohol is starting to take effect. But these shitheads who say, we need a woman. No, we're not giving away our daughters, our sisters, our mothers away to these motherfuckers like that. So if that's your resolution, fuck you. Because reasons. But let's continue.
And attacking them. I don't want to see it ever go that far, but you really got to use your head. And you're only half awake. Because when you're not awake to the other side that was created by the very people you're speaking out against, and you're going along with that programming and continuing it, allowing that to continue to happen, while you're complaining about this problem, really everything you say really could be dismissed. Doesn't matter how truthful it is. Why would anybody want to care about what you're talking about to begin with? Or want to change that? Because you sure don't care about the other half, do you? You see how you fall into this? It's sickening, okay? There's nothing I can do about it. It's out of my hands. I just want people to understand, what's really going on here. Warren and I have been doing a lot of talking recently, and there's so much stuff that I totally agree with him on. It is so true. It is so true. There's no getting around it. Okay? One day here soon, Warren and I are going to come up and do a video. You're going to get to hear from Warren again. Yes, you are. See, Warren's never been going. Him and I talk. Okay? And we've never not talked. I mean, we go through our periods where we may not talk for a while. Warren has his own life going, his own things going. Just like we all do. We have our personal lives. But it won't be long, and you'll be hearing from Warren again. Him and I are going to...
Maybe, here's the thing. Here's an idea. Maybe you should speak with your friend more often and get that companionship that you're fucking looking for. Now, I'm gonna obviously miss the joke of saying if you guys think that it's people's fault that somebody goes unhinged and hurts everybody, that you can go fuck each other in yourselves. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm above that. But I will say this, that maybe it's the fact that you're fucking lonely that's the fucking issue. I don't know how else to say it. Like, for real. It's just like, I don't get it. I just don't fucking get it. Anyway, let's let him finish.
Do something together again. So, just so that you know. But that's where I'm at. It's sad, but you really need to back up, normies. Because the way I see it right now, most normies are nothing more than psychopaths. Narcissists and psychopaths. And the people out of the normies that are awake are half awake. They're not fully awake at all because they've turned their head and looked the other way to half the problem because it's too personal for them. They can't deal with it. It's not part of the world they want to get into, so they're going to go ahead and leave that corruption intact. Okay? So, technically...
What is the fucking answer? Literally, this is a 37 fucking minute video, and I haven't heard how we're supposed to help you if we're not kicking you while you're down. I haven't heard that shit. Like, literally, it is no... I haven't heard of a resolution that would fucking help these people. I haven't. I don't get it. It's like... And maybe chat, maybe people who watch this later on, maybe you guys will actually get what I see, like, what fucking... I don't fucking get it. Like, I don't understand it. It's just like... I don't get why he has this issue. I don't get it. Like, how do we resolve the problem other than forced sex slaves? And, like, that's not gonna happen, dog. That's not gonna fucking happen. How do we solve this problem? Let me see if I can bring up his YouTube channel.
When you think about that...
Let's see. How does he have that mother... Like, for real? Let me just type this up because... Wrong your. Whoa. Oh, wrong here. Okay, cool. Yeah. When did this video come out? Oh, it's been over a year. You're on a roll with most of your works videos. Oh God, people actually, men, regardless of status, are divided as ever, and will give women credit. Their due credit is due. The sense, like, you're awesome. Sex or getting laid is the least of my problems. Having a deeper connection with women will be much more beneficial for personal and mental development. No, it won't. You need to actually have a deep personal relationship with yourself and then actually work to help with your. This is. I think your numbers are off. There are millions. Women don't divide us. Oh my God. Like, I really hope this. Let's see. Let's let him finish. Let's continue.
As the numbers of men across the world that are being affected by this, pretty soon it's going to be half your population. And then you're going to be like, well, we can't never beat because all these people are blah, blah, blah. And, well, of course they are. Why would they want to help you? Why would they want to go out and do anything to help you? I mean, you turned your back to them. So now you want them to help you defeat these people that are causing this corruption or stop this corruption that's going on? Meanwhile, you're going to turn your back on them and don't care? See? Cremation and care work, guys. Anyhow, with that being said, I'm out of here.